Okay, we're going to take a break from the screencast real quick, and we're going to talk about the most important thing when it comes to making great songs. What I think is the most important thing, and that is recording your vocals and also recording live instrumentation. The number one goal you need to seek to achieve is you need to try to get the absolute best signal that you can possibly get. Now, what do I mean by that? That means like trying not to have any background noise, trying to make sure that you have the right mic placement, trying to be in a room where there's not a lot of reflective surfaces. So the number one thing you want to do first off is you want to determine where to place your microphone in the room that you're in. Now the room that I'm in right now, I'm in my living room actually. So the thing is, I just want to make sure that I isolate my signal. Now, some of you may be like 16, 17 or whatever. You might be really, really young, and you know your parents ain't gonna let you record in the living room. Or if you do go in the living room, there's gonna be all kinds of noise going on. You can't really do it. You can't work there. You absolutely have to be in a small room. With 4 walls, and there's no way. You can't really break up the signal. What you're gonna have to do is try to find ways to break up that signal. So that way, again, you want to try to get a nice, clean sound. So maybe you take a blanket and you put a nice thick blanket, and you put that against the wall or something if you have to be like in a corner or something. Or maybe you go down to the local music store and you get a couple isolation panels and you put them on the 4 walls. Whatever you can do to just break up that sound to try not to get a lot of echo. You don't want a lot of reverb going into your signal. You want a nice, clean signal. The cleaner signal you get going in, the better sound you get coming out. And that is what's really important. So what I have here in my little setup is I have my microphone, okay? I have a pop filter, okay? And when you're recording, you never want to record, closer than 6 inches from the microphone. And the reason being is the closer you get, the more muddled it sounds. It doesn't sound natural. And try to liken it to when you're having a conversation with somebody. When you're having a conversation with somebody, are you in their face talking right into their nose? Are you in their ear talking right into their ear? Or do you have your own personal space? Exactly. So give the microphone some personal space. Like right here where I am right now is a very good distance to be from the microphone. Okay, I have my pop filter here, and that's preventing the microphone from picking up any plosives, they call them, your P's and your studs and your t's. That's the extra air that comes out when you have to make those consonant sounds, and they can be picked up into the microphone if you're too close, okay? But at the same token, you don't want to be too far away unless you're like screaming or you're getting ready to belt. Then you want to back off a little bit and you want to belt. But for the most part, if you're singing, you just want to be right here. You're going to get a good, nice signal. Now, you also notice I have an isolation panel back here, or sometimes they call it a reflection panel, whatever you want. But what this does is break up the extra noise going behind the microphone. And also nothing from behind this filter can get to the back of the microphone. So that has helped me achieve a clean signal. Some of the background noise that I have going, I have the computer in the background, and that kind of gets picked up in the microphone, but when I'm singing or when I'm rapping or when you're rapping, you're not really going to hear that as much. So it's really just about trying to get the best signal that you can get, given the situation that you're in. If you're in a garage, chances are garages sound really hollow. There's a lot of ambience in them. You want to try, have a isolation panel or maybe hang some curtains up. You want to try to do something to try to break up that sound. If you're in a closed room and you say you can't get any foam on the wall, maybe you open up that closet door and you put the microphone in front of a bunch of clothes hanging up. That's going to break up your sound. Do whatever you can to prevent reflections in the room. And also background noise. The farther away you can get it from the computer, the better. But you may be recording yourself, so you got to give and take a little bit. Try to be a little OCD about it and just try to get the best signal you can. Because again, remember, the best signal you get going in, the better your sound is going out, and that's really, really important. I also want to break it down a little bit and talk about mixing. This is my setup here now. As you see, from my old speakers that I had, I've since upgraded just a little bit. I've got a new desk that I built, as well as, oh, I built this desk, by the way, with plans from thehomestudioguy.com. He's got a cool studio desk that you can build. I think I built this one for about 80 bucks. It took me about 5-6 hours to get it done, build it, and then I stained it first and then built it. So check it out. But you'll notice that, you know, the two monitors I have them, they're pointed towards the inside so I can get a good mix, and they're going to be eye level or head level so I can hear what's going on, or ear level really. That's kind of what you want. You want to try to have a situation where you can get your monitors or your speakers at eye level when you're mixing. It's going to really help out. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to get back into the recording session, and we're going to start putting this song together so we can see what's up. All right, so let's do it.